My names are Eliud Simiyu. I work for Greenlife Crop Protection. I want to say this year has been a year with quite a lot of challenges, but looking at the performance of our company compared to many years back, I want to say that we have done well. Looking at the year 2017 at about this time, we converged to look at our performances of the year. Looking at the same time in 2018, we see that we have grown, our team has grown, our performance in both the distribution, in the corporate sector, and also the performance of our people in the office has really grown. So I believe that as we meet here today, we meet to celebrate our achievement of 2018. Also, as we meet today, I believe that we are going to set strategies, we together with our able directors, to ensure that 2019 is going to be a year of success so that we are able to achieve our targets. The most important thing as a leader of a team is to advise our people, the salespeople who are on the ground, the managers in the office, our customer care executives, our drivers, and other people who are in the value chain of sales. I want to advise you that as we close the year, I congratulate you because we have done very well. Other than doing very well, it cannot be enough if we have no plan for 2019. I thank the directors of Greenlife for having provided an enabling environment for all of us to be able to perform our duties and be able to achieve our sales targets. Thank you and God bless you. Happy New Year and Merry Christmas.
So you follow me. 2, 3. Okay, you can follow us.
I want to take this opportunity to welcome everyone here tonight so that we can have this end of year party being a good one tonight and enjoy, because we have come here to enjoy. I will take this opportunity to invite Madam Rhoda Jambi to at least introduce us to the program.
I want to take this chance to once again to welcome all of us to this end of year party, and I want us to feel comfortable. But before we continue, there's a change I want us to make. If you're sitting next to somebody who you've talked to and you've been mingling with downstairs, please move from that table and go to another one. Or if you're seated as friends, and I will not continue until that happens. So, Agatha, Betty. So, karibuni sana once again. The directors are running late, but they will be joining us later. I want to invite Kenina to make a word of prayer, and then we continue.
Actually, it's a privilege to be able to see the end of this year. We call it the end because it's our last working day. And if God has been good also in your life, you're going to join me in giving thanks to God. Let us bow down. Almighty God, our everlasting Father, we come before your presence, Lord, just to say thank you, O God, for assembling us here this evening, O Father. Father, it is a privilege for us. For indeed, O God, we have traveled, O Father, each of us from various parts of the country, my God, and we've been able to assemble here this evening, O Father. We thank you, my Father, and we say thank you once again, O God. Even for those who are not yet here, my Father, we pray that, Lord, your hand is going to bring them, O God. You're going to cover them, O Father, that we may join together, O Father, in a time that is awesome, O God. Father, we thank you for the end of this year, my God. For indeed, O God, even as we close our businesses this day, my Father. Indeed, Father, you've been good in our lives, and my God, we sing good. Father, you've protected us. My Father, you've surrounded us with your goodness, O Lord. My dear God, even as we come before you, each one of us, my Father, has experienced, O God, your blessings, your grace, and your mercy, my Father. And Lord, we just say thank you, and we bless your mighty name. Father in heaven, we commit this event into your good hands, O God. Father, it was put together, but dear God, we pray that your presence, O God, is going to be with us, O Father. We pray for your blessings, O God, that even, dear Lord, even as we go to share a meal together, my Father, you will be with us, O God. And dear God, I also pray that even as we go to the end of the year, my Father, your presence will be with us. Your peace is going to surround us, my Father. Lord, we worship you and we give you praise for who you are, my Father. For it is in Jesus' mighty name I do pray and give thanks. Amen.
Oh baby, mina kuchagua wewe wangu, mume wangu, baba ya watoto wangu. Kupendwa nawe, majaliwa, kukuoa ni baraka. Mshikaji wangu wa maisha, oh baby I love you. And for you, ninabadili mienendo yangu baba. Baby for you, nina ukimbia ujana mama. Nigenge bomba nawe, zae watoto nawe, wale pamoja nawe, nizeke pamoja nawe. Nataka nijenge bomba nawe, zae watoto nawe. Kwenye madhabahu unavong'aa, unavopendeza kwenye lorinda. Oh baby, I knew you were the one for me. Oh baby, you're the one for me. I can tell the way you smile, the way you laugh, the way you talk, the way you walk. Baby, you're the one for me. I swear you're the one for me. Nataka nijenge boma nawe, zae watoto nawe, niwale pamoja nawe, niziki pamoja nawe. Chaguo la moyo, chaguo la moyo.
As a company, we have various departments. Each department has its own role. We have the sales team. They have this role to sell and to collect. We have the operations, which is supposed to support the other departments. We have finance, which is the scorekeeper. And we have the stores and the drivers, that is logistics, which is supposed
to support the sales team. In 2017, we set targets for 2018. And I think it's good. We also appreciate our business is directly influenced by weather conditions. This year, I could say for the first half of this year, weather was quite favorable to our business. The second half of this year was fairly moderately good. So we expected the Greenlife fraternity, led by the sales team, to deliver the targets that we had set for revenue, that is sales and collection. We know there has been challenges this year. If we look at the cost of doing business, it has gone up by over 23%. There has been changes in regulation in the course of the year. That influences our cash flows. We have had default by customers. When you look at performance, we expected our sales team to achieve it because the weather was good. We provided the stock, despite a few maybe shortfalls here and there. And we gave all the resources required. We appreciate the effort and the energies each one of us put in the respective roles. But still, we did not achieve that. And as we look at 2019, we now have a stepping stone where we are today. We have so many activities, but all those activities are geared towards only one achievement: sales and revenue. This year we had challenges on credit. We now understand and we are going to perfect that. And that's why everything will be pegged on the targets that have been set in 2019. I am aware this year we had made a promise that whoever will achieve his target and make quality sales, there was what the management had promised to give. And I would like to report, none of the groups achieved that. I would like to report that. Those who led in sales, they did not collect them. Some thought they did not do much. Maybe they did better on collection. But all the same, the management appreciates the role of each one of you. And based on that promise which was given, just to explain, but that occasion will come, we know we have not reached where we wanted. But some steps have been made. We have not implemented 100% the policies of the company in terms of sales and the collection. And that's why this year the structures are there, set such that we don't have those occurrences next year. And as I have said, and I will repeat, none achieved the target this year. But we appreciate whatever everyone did, from the sales team, support team, down to the drivers and to everybody. We appreciate that. And that's why, when that time comes, and whatever maybe will be available, it will be based on individual contribution. Contribution to sales, contribution to collection, contribution to systems, support, everything. That's the way we have looked at it. So each one of you is rewarded according to your effort. There will be no joint effort. And lastly, as we sit here, everybody has a target, and I repeat, next year there will be no compromise. You will have to achieve your target, sales, collection, and every reward shall be based on that. And I would like to report this, though it will be refined by the management. Whoever we shall achieve next year, 100% the budget or surpass, and collect and have the debt within the limit that has been set, then the management will have no problem to give that team leader and his people 2 million shillings for number one. Anybody out of the people who has been given sales target who will achieve 90% of the sales target we have already agreed, you and your team, and as well achieve your collection target, quality sales, there will be 1 million shillings. The lastly, number 3, N region, that's our manager or corporate manager, who shall get his target tolerance of 20, that is 80% of the budget. That manager and his team, there will be 500,000. For the support team, the management shall decide a percentage of what those number 1, 2, 3 shall achieve. If there will be no number 1, 2, and 3, there will be nothing. I think it's clear. Is it clear? If there will be no number 1, nobody will get 100%. There will be nobody with 90% tolerance, nobody with not 90%, 10% tolerance, least 20% tolerance. There will be nothing to the sales people, to the support people. So the support people want you to achieve so that they can also get something. Because if you don't achieve and they are supporting you, you are going to let them down. I wish each and every one of you happy Christmas and a prosperous New Year 2019. May God bless all of us. Thank
you. I think sasa watu wa field, watu wa kila sekta wamepata motisha na wamejua 2019 mambo inakuwa namna gani. You have been prepared well in time so that you don't have excuses saying that the communication was made half year later. Now it's the time for you to organize yourself. Personally, I'm organizing myself so that we can battle for that prize, the top prize for 2019. Ni head of distribution, head of marketing, Bwana Eliud Simiyu. Tumpigie makofi.
Different parts of the country, our office member of staff, our management and the directors of Greenlife. Habari zenu?
Hata mimi niko poa. I thank God that about this time last year in 2017 we assembled here to celebrate our achievements, our little achievements. We assembled here also to celebrate being together. Today, as we stand here, I want to thank one the directors and the management of Greenlife for having prepared this wonderful party for us. 2, as salespeople, if we come here, eat, celebrate, go home, and then we have no money or not achieved anything, then we are not contributing anything to Greenlife. So, as we live here today, based on the advice and the information that has been shared to us by the head of distribution, by the head of finance,
together with other speakers who will come to speak to us, let us, as we go back to the field, look at the targets that you set for yourselves. You have been told there will be no compromise. What does that exactly mean? Work hard, like our chairman always says. Have that attitude of an ego. An ego does not have a weekend. An ego does not have a holiday. An ego does not have time to rest. For as long as your work has not been done, then work hard. Don't always wait to be chased around so that you can work. Because with that one, as a salesman, you are not going to achieve anything. And to wind up, I want to thank our directors for having prepared this wonderful evening for us. We are happy and we want to encourage you to keep supporting this event, because this is the only moment as a team when we get to know each other, we get to interact, and we get to know how other people work, so that come 2019, we are going to be a better team. And to finish, I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a prosperous New Year 2019. Thank you.
Before I begin, I want to echo the words of the CFO that we did not realize the set targets for the year 2018, and that even as we celebrate today should form individual evaluation points as we enter into 2019. Nonetheless, I take this chance to appreciate individual effort throughout the year. Kwa hivyo, asanteni sana. From the HR and Administration Department, thank you. During the staff meeting that was held in March, the Managing Director promised certain rewards. That was 1 million for achievement of sales target. In distribution, there was 500,000 and there was 250,000 for the best performer in the office. Unfortunately, that was not achieved. And as I stand here today, I pose this as a challenge to each and every one of us, that the MD is willing to support the best performing employee, but that is not realized from our end. I think that should come as a challenge, and even as we get into the next year and we get into the festive season, can each and every one of us evaluate ourselves and ask yourself, are you adding value to Greenlife? Are you contributing to the achievement of the strategic goals of Greenlife? When you wake up in the morning, are the things that you're doing the things that are adding value to the company, or you're just pulling the company down? Because as I stand here today, I promise you, next year it's not a threat, but it will not be business as usual. We're going to squarely and depend on performance management, which will be done quarterly. We will have media and we will have annual evaluation. So let this be a take home for you. However, the company this year is going to appreciate the employees, and these are the parameters that we're looking at. Number 1 is the achievement of targets. Number 2 is highest growth. Number 3 is 100% collection, and we have individual percentage contribution to achievement of the strategic objectives of the company. And at this point, I want us to take a different turn, and I want to appreciate the following people. We are going to look at the regions with the highest growth in sales, and I want you to help me appreciate number 1, which is Mount Kenya region. Let us have Mount Kenya team stand. Yeah, we thank you for your effort, and we pray and believe that you're going to continue in the same spirit. May you have your seats. I want to appreciate number 2, which was the highest region growth in sales. We have Nairobi Coast. Nairobi Coast, may you continue with the same effort and continue with the same spirit. You may have your seats. We have, of late, we have concentrated on collection, and we want to appreciate the region that has done very well in collection. That is close to 100% collection, and this goes to South Rift Nyanza. So South Rift Nyanza. John Mutai and your team, we really appreciate you. May you continue with the same spirit. And now, among the salespeople, we have the TSAs. And we have TSAs who've done very well, such that they've surpassed some regions. And those are the people I want to appreciate at this point. We have the best TSAs, and I will request that you come in front. We have the best TSA, who is Eutychus Gikonyo. Please appreciate him. We have the second best TSA, who is Simon Kimanthi. We have the third best TSA, who is Brian Nzioka. The other one we need to appreciate today is Silas Gitonga, who comes in at number 4. And we have number 5, Dennis Kirui. Let us appreciate all these TSAs once again. We thank you for the good work, and may you continue with the same spirit. Please have your seats. The next department is the corporate department. We will appreciate the person who've had the highest growth, and this goes to Wilbert Masua. In corporate, we also appreciate the person who's done their best and who's put their foot forward in collection, and this is none other than Alphonse Kioko. Thank you very much. Now, at this point, I want to appreciate the support from all departments. I want to have us to do a special appreciation to the drivers. We really appreciate the work that you do. Can we have all the drivers stand? I also want to appreciate the warehouse and dispatch team. Please stand wherever you are. I also take this chance to appreciate customer care department. We have the finance department. We have operations. We have the person in charge of registrations. Let us appreciate him. And now at this point, I want to also specially thank our cleaners. Those are the people that make sure that our offices are clean. Those are the people that ensure that we work in clean offices, and we cannot go without mentioning them. So I would like to invite our cleaners, wherever they are, please come forward. We have Derek Omondi, and we have Brian Mwinde. Maswa, please come. At this point, I want to appreciate the North Rift region.
Then Michael Simiyu. Thank you very much. There is Brian Kibika. I think this is North Rift still. Thank you very much.
Next, we're going to have Agatha Wakesha, please come.
Justice Elise. Simon Kuya. Clinton Lubanga. Alex Washira. Dedan Njoroge. Frank Waweru.
Why are people not clapping? Aren't you clapping? The next group to be appreciated will be Nairobi Coast.
James Motiso. Simon Kimandi. Brian Nzioka. Daniel Nzioka. Hosea Menye. Vati Jackson.
Okay. Mount Kenya region. We start with Silas Kitonga. Eutychus Gikonyo. Silas Mudomi. Dennis Kivinji. Na Ashon Muthi. Francis Kenani. And lastly, Duncan Wambua.
Let me take this opportunity to appreciate Francis Omenya. Mark Hadinga. And lastly, Thomas Betts. appreciate the person of registration, Stanislas Musimi. Lastly, but not least, Agatha Wakesha. Thank you.
Good evening. Okay, I'm here to appreciate the drivers. I'll start with Peter Nzoka. If he's not around, I think we can go to the next person. Lucas Orengo. Joshua Mutume. Malonza Mudui. Demetrius Mungo. Joel Maina. If he's not present, let's go to Anton Ayuma. The next one is James Mugai. Not present. Okay, and Samuel Mwagi. And the last one is Moses Manzi. Okay, thank you.
We appreciate customer care team and logistics. And we are starting with Betty Oskey. Jacqueline Bula. Angela Kende. Peter Sitonik. Vincent Owino. Benson Wabua. Betty Mwanzia. Thank you.
Let me say something. I've given these envelopes to Gikonyo so that he can pass on the mantle. This is very symbolic. The checks that he's issuing is for the TSAs who've joined us fresh from school. And as a company, I would like him to take a personal initiative to mentor those TSAs to take the company to the level it is through him.
Thank you. So I'm Lucas Bikonya, TSA Kirinyaga, and I'm here to appreciate the trainees who are now TSAs. Let's start with Beatrice Oyugi, followed by Jose Amenye, followed by Harrison Kareli. Harrison Kareri. Thank you.
Good evening. Still remember my face, my voice? Yes. Yeah, my name's Gatoran. They haven't changed, still as they were. But if they were to change, it is done through a process called a process called deed poll. So if you wanted to change your names to be totally new, you do that through a deed poll. Without taking a lot of time, I have been asked to appreciate people in 2 areas. The areas of accounts, operations, and front office, as well as the regional sales managers and coffee. So I want to appreciate Esther Mutubo. Clinton Getuno. Followed by Zipporah. I want to shake the hand of Stephen Komu. Peter Njoroge. Nathan Rugi. Followed by Dennis. John Mutai. Last but not least, Daniel Gitao. Thank you. And just before I hand over the microphone to Festus, I cannot fight the temptation to comment on something that I had said here, because it takes me back to the training that we had. I have repeatedly had collections, and what it means is, if we have pending collections, then it means there are people who have committed a sin against a rule that we say, that you do not transfer goods from one warehouse to, what did we say? You do not transfer goods from one warehouse to another. That is, you move goods from the Greenlife warehouse so that you are seen to have made a sale, but then that sale does not transform into money. If it has not transformed into money, can we really say we have what? Really? Yeah, so I could not fight the temptation to comment on that. And just before Festus comes, I'll just make 1 or 2 more quick comments and say this, that I'm happy to see that people have been appreciated for the effort that they have put, and that is very good. What that means to you is that the management is committed to working together with you, but you have to realize one thing also. Greenlife as a company is an investment that has been made deliberately to make money. And since the person who has made this investment has only 2 hands, 2 eyes, 2 legs as a human being, the work becomes overwhelming and more than the person, and naturally he had to hire you, all of you, as extensions of his hands, his legs, even his head, so to say, his thinking. So anybody who is in the Greenlife team has really not very many options, but to be a replica, an image of the investor. So if the investor has deliberately put his mind into working in a certain way, and then he has hired you to help him, the best you can do for him and for yourself is to do things the way he would otherwise do them himself if he were in your possession. Meaning that if you are the one cleaning, clean as Festus would clean, because he would clean thoroughly, because he means it. If you're the driver, drive like Festus would drive that vehicle, and he would not go bashing it. He would ensure the vehicle is maintained properly. He would ensure it is taken good care of, and so on and so on and so on. If you are the HR person, if you are the sales person, if you are the finance person, please always remember that you have been hired as an extension of the investor, and only one is there for you. Do things as if you are the investor yourself, and if that happens, there will be more revenues in the company, and it will not be difficult to share that with you, because you can only uplift people if they have helped to uplift the company. Thank you very much. And on that note, I'll hand it over back to Rhoda to invite Festus.
Thank you very much. Let us appreciate Mr. Moore. I'll take this chance to welcome Festus Mwaniki, the Managing Director, so that he can issue these envelopes and also give his speech. Can we have him welcome him?
One year single. Kimani. Good to see you. You remember in Israel how David started? Before he became the king of Israel, he used to go closer to the kings. He was appreciated. The 1.75 million shillings has been shared amongst all the employees. So the promise of the management has been honored, and everything is according to how we agreed. It's only that your regions did not achieve collections 100%, and that's why we decided to share the amounts amongst yourself. So can we appreciate everybody? Let's take this opportunity to thank everyone, to welcome everybody for the time that you've taken from all your respective regions which are not nearby. Some of you are coming as far as, is it Trans Nzoia? Tana River. So I don't take it for granted that you have found it very important to come and be part of our party. So I welcome you. I will not talk as if you've not worked very hard. I must say that as a company, we have worked so very, very hard. So can we clap for ourselves? Everybody today here is a winner. Everybody is an achiever. The company has done so well. The year 2018, I would say we have bagged the highest sales from when we started in 2013. So thank you once again. I want to recognize that despite the office, the management being so tough that you have to achieve your target, despite the management being so tough that you have to collect money on time, you have to collect what you sell, you have tried and you have worked really very hard. Okay, I cannot push you any further because not all targets that have to be achieved. Sometimes people can slow down and people have to slow down. Okay, are we together? As a company, it is now 5 years from when we started in 2013. And that year, 2013, because it was our beginning year, we never had those very bright sales. And of course, it wasn't easy because you get to a point when you feel like you can actually do away with the business because you have put up an investment and the investment is not yielding. So the company has grown from those very low levels to where it is today. I'm sure we are not a medium organization. In Kenyan terms, we are a large trade organization. And this we do not take for granted. I want to appreciate the contributions of all the departments, from the warehouse to customer care, to the office team, to the finance, to the accounts, to the HR, to the salespeople. Everybody today feel appreciated. Thank you so much for your dedication, for your hard work, for your commitments, and your imaginations, because sometimes when everything is not working, we imagine, we dream, eh? So, I want to say thank you for delivering a very successful 2018. I want to say that our business is not a cement and mabati business. It is purely a professional business. It is a business that requires compliance by the government. It requires compliance by the international organizations, very tough organizations. And thus, when we started the company in 2013, we had few products. And those products were only to be sold on roses. They couldn't be sold on any other crop in Kenya. But we have fought. We have worked so hard. We have extended those products to cover very important crops, very key export crops. And today, we are proud because indeed we have the largest portfolio of crop protection products. Today, we can pride ourselves to be one of the largest, actually top 3 company in Kenya in agrochemicals. Can we clap for ourselves? And all this we attribute to the combination and the hard work of everybody. Because we don't just assume to register a product to cover a certain export crop like strawberry. The technical person has to rely on you people who are in the field, on you people who are doing sales, so that they can work on extending their products to cover those important crops. So I want to urge you, as we begin another year, 2019, we need to get prepared. We need to prepare so that we can face the market. We need to prepare so that we can face the competition. We need to prepare so that we can now look at those very important business that we've been missing in our portfolio so that we can bring them on board. I always believe that there is no door that is closed permanent. All doors can be open. If a herds boy, King David, rose from being a shepherd to a king in Israel, then it is very possible for everybody to rise from where you are to become a very, very important person, to become a celebrity in your area of specialization. So as a company, we are very committed to offering solutions for food security. Personally, I believe food security is human right. Without food, we are not doing God's work. We must feed our country, we must feed our nation. And how do we do this? We must do it by providing quality and affordable crop protection products. And this is our business, and this is what we've been doing. We are also prepared to comply with the expectations of the government. We do not work in isolation. We work in a field where the government regulation and compliance is very tight. And as a company, we are very, very prepared. We must achieve the expectations of the government. We have come a long way. And when I look around, I see some very odd faces, the people that really are older than 10 years in this company. Of course, we started in 2013, but previously, we had a trading company that was engaged in retail of the agrochemicals before we became Greenlife. I want to take this opportunity to appreciate some of those employees that we started with, the likes of Nicholas, Penina Kimani, and Munyao. As people, we need to pay a lot of attention to growth. Because growing is part and parcel of our human nature. There's so many people I've seen coming here, receiving their gifts. While I was seated there, and I'm honest with what I felt, I just saw governors, very important people, CEOs of companies, even presidents. So we must continuously focus on growth. Whenever you pursue company growth, you pursue personal growth. And that is why even we came up with the slogan of your growth, our growth. So we must continue to find the purpose of our existence. I always try to imagine the world without technology. It took the audacity and the energy and the brevity of a few individuals to bring about technology, to bring about high-tech, and that is why the world changed. Can you imagine today, you guys surviving without the WhatsApp? Can you imagine today a world without the Facebook? So if a single individual, in the name of Mark Zuckerberg, in the name of that other founder of the WhatsApp, worked so hard to bring about a change in the world, what do we do as individuals? What are you going to do as a single individual? What will you be remembered for? We must excel in what we do. We must succeed in what we do. And success is not something that will come looking for you. Success only looks for those who look for it. Look at the corporate, look at the business world, look at the entrepreneurs, look at the Warren Buffett, look at the Bill Gates, look at those individuals, look at Michael Dell, look at this guy, the late Mr. Steve Jobs. Those people are amazing people, and they are human people, born of a woman, like all of us. So if those people achieved what they achieved in business, and we are talking of large business because we read those people in the news, those are not people we see every day. They are not in Kenya. They are in the corporate business world, which does not even belong to Africa. Look at the people who excelled in politics, the likes of the George Washington. See how he founded America and the principles he put in the American people. See, today every country of the world envies the Americans because They had a very important leader at the beginning. So what are you asked to do? You are only asked to succeed locally, and locally is in Kenya. I'm only asking you to excel in Kenya because we are in Kenya. And Kenya is our foundation. If at all you will work very hard and harder like Barack Obama did, and from Kenya he went on to become the president of the United States of America, then do it. You have all it takes as an individual. You can do it, you can succeed. We can make our company. I'm not asking for too much. I just want a 5 billion. And when you achieve 5 billion, if you are going to be part of the people that achieve the 5 billion, believe you me, you yourself, you will be able to do your own business at 2-3 billion, okay? And we will have made a lot of contribution to individuals, to our country, to the entire sector, to the business, and this is going to be a big, big success. I will not forget to talk about the challenges that we got in 2018. Of course, the introduction of the value-added tax on crop protection impacted negatively on our business because our business, most of it, depend on the subsistence farmers. These are farmers who only do farming for feed, for food. They want to feed their families. They are peasant. So this really became a major challenge, and we are praying that the government reverses this situation and be considerate, because I don't think there is any government in the world that taxes the small-scale farmers. So we pray and we help whatever we can, whoever has the capacity, to push our government to reverse this condition. Because it's not a very good condition for business. It's not a very good condition for the farmers of this nation. Sometimes it's not about us, it's about those peasant farmers, it's about our fathers and mothers who are at the village, who are depending on farming for feed, for food. Of course, we've had another challenge, the delay on the release of the cargoes at the port of entry, because the government became stricter, and these has also affected us very negatively, because we've delayed some of the clearance of the cargoes, and that is even why you experienced a lot of out of stocks of some products. But we are also working hard to ensure in the days, in the months ahead, that we will bring our cargoes on time. Finally, it is a very important time. Today I'm not talking about sales. It is that time we went to rest. It is that time we went and connected with our families, with our people. You know, we cannot just work all through. So I want to call upon you to embrace this time, to go out, to go home, to go for holiday. You rest with your families, you meet your people, you have good time with them, you bless them and enjoy, okay? It is also another time to forgive. I'm sure everybody has some issue somewhere with somebody. Go out, reach out to those people, ask to be forgiven and volunteer to forgive them. The Bible says, I don't know which verse. The Bible says we should forgive 70 times, 70 times. That is how many times? Huh? So if that was an indication from the Bible and a command from the authorities that are above us, let us embrace it. Let us go out there and forgive. And because, again, it's an important moment, it is a Christmas period. And what does Christmas mean? Last Sunday when I was in the church, the pastor was teaching us about Christmas, and he told us Christmas is not just about enjoying. It is about recognizing of the good news of the coming of, or rather the birth of Christ. So whenever somebody says Merry Christmas to you, you tell them good news, good news. And what are the good news about? The good news are about the birth of Jesus. The good news are about peace, love, restoration, revival, new energy, new life, new world. The storm is over. The storm is over. It's time to rest. Please let us rest. Let us enjoy. Let us just be happy with our families. And just before I wish you the very final word, I would request we sing together. And Eric, if he's here, he can project the song, The Joy to the World, the song of the joy to the world. You know it, huh? Joy to the world, the King has come. We can all be standing so we can sing this song together. So, let's start again. Joy to the world, the Lord has come.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive the King. Let every heart declare His rule. And him and nature sing, and him and nature sing, and let earth and heaven and nature sing. Joy to the earth, the Savior reigns. Let earth the souls and gold, of hills and thorns, of hills and plains. Bring me the sound in joy, bring me the sound in joy, bring me everything the sound in joy. No more sins and sorrows grow, no more to cast around. Because you make His blessings flow, for us the blessings flow, for us the blessings flow, for us the blessings flow. He rules the world.
It's very important to share. So finally, because we've talked about forgiveness, we've talked about everything, let me take this opportunity to wish you a prosperous 2019, to wish you a Merry Christmas, full of joy, full of energy, full of revival, and full of entertainment with loved ones. Thank you very much. May God bless our country. May God bless Greenlife.